we've got something being divided by something else, so that that points us towards the quotient rule if we want a derivative. So the quotient rule says that it's a derivative of the top function, so the derivative of a constant is 0, times the bottom function kept the same, and then subtracted by the original top function times the derivative of the bottom function. And so if you haven't done this derivative very often, a square root of 1 minus 2x, that's the same thing as 1 minus 2x to the 1/2 power. Okay, that's the same thing as the bottom function. So if I want the derivative with respect to x, I've got to use the power rule. The 1/2 has to come down. We keep the inside function the same for right now, and then that's to the negative 1/2 power because it gets reduced by 1. But then we have to multiply this by -2 because the chain rule says that if there's two distinct functions of x happening, you take a derivative of the outermost function and then multiply by the derivative of the innermost function. So the derivative of 1 minus 2x, that's -2. Okay, so back to the quotient rule here, over here. Derivative of the top function times the bottom function kept the same, minus the top function kept the same times the derivative of the bottom function. If we clean that up, that's 1/2 times -2 makes negative 1 minus 2x to the negative 1/2 power. Oops, this is. Okay, that's the derivative of the bottom function. And that's all over the bottom function squared. Okay, so we're done the calculus part. Now it's just algebra. 0 times anything is 0. And then minus a negative is going to make a positive. And then we have 1 minus 2x all to the negative 1/2 power over itself squared. Here, actually, if you're squaring 1 minus 2x, if you square that, then you just get 1 minus 2x. Okay, so you could leave it there. Or another way of looking at this is you could get rid of the negative exponent by moving it downstairs into the bottom of the fraction. So this is the original one that was already down there, and now we move this down. You could turn it into a square root if you want, or you could recognize, look, this and this have the same base, 1 minus 2x to the first power, 1 minus 2x to the 1/2 power. So the powers could add. So this is 1 over 1 minus 2x to the 3/2 power. Okay, and I guess, let me see. There's one more way I'm thinking of rewriting it. I don't want to do it if the book doesn't do it, though. Okay, no, that's it. So another way of writing this, though, is that, look, this is in the denominator of the fraction. Usually we don't like negative exponents, but I just saw the book put a negative exponent. So you can kick this back upstairs, but anytime you move it from numerator to denominator, you've got to change the sign, so that's now -3/2. So there's our derivative.